Trish is here, and that means we're baking, and today we're going to be doing biscotti.
Chocolate and almond biscotti, which is delicious and perfect with coffee.
It is, isn't it? You have to have biscotti with a coffee or tea, dunk it in the coffee, wait for it to get all soft, and then knead it, because it is quite a crunchy, hard cake, isn't it?
Well, that's right. It's kind of like the ultimate of biscuit with the twice cooking, because you cook it once in the piece and then you cook it again to dry it out.
That's right, yeah.
Yum, yum.
Great. So where do we start with this recipe?
We need to combine 3 eggs and some sugar in the mixer, and whilst we're doing that, we can chop up some of the other ingredients. I've got some Cadbury milk baking chocolate. I like to use the block for this because the block's a bit more versatile because you can grate it and you can chop it. Of course, you can melt it in the saucepan as well, but I like it because you can get it nice and chunky.
And you said thick, pale, really glossy.
Thick. Yep, nice and thick.
Give that a good workout.
Get a bit of aeration through there.
Cool.
Yum. Okay, so I'm just going to chop the chocolate. Roughly. If you get it too fine, then you can't see it, and I'd rather it was bigger and chunkier. And we need to chop some almonds.
Okay, so we've just toasted those off.
I think the flavour is much better if they're pre-roasted before you put them in.
Yeah. So how would you like them done?
Just roughly done.
All right. Perfect.
Okay, so they're ready to go. How's that looking?
That's looking good now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice and thick and pale, which is good.
Beautiful.
There we go. So we've got to add some flour.
And we're sifting this? Okay.
I'll give you that.
1, 2, perfectly measured out so we can get the perfect
Quite
biscotti.
right. Another half. And 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, just for a little bit of aeration. And sift that through.
So biscotti is one of those things, traditionally, in Italy, when I was over there last year, we would eat it a lot for morning tea with our little coffee. Short black would be amazing. And it was just beautiful over there, and you know, it is so easy to make it at home too, and it lasts
really
forever,
easy.
doesn't it?
Well,
because you dry it out so much.
Yeah, because you take the moisture out, it holds really well in an airtight container for
Yeah.
ages. That's one of the reasons why I like to use it as a gift at Christmas time too, you know, for people who you've got no idea what to buy anything for, and sometimes people really appreciate a homemade gift.
Of course.
Right,
it's a
there, give us a
workout.
look.
Looking good.
Yeah, looking good.
Yep.
Okay, can I have a little bit of flour on the board,
Sure.
please?
Okay.
Okay, all we need to do here is to turn that out. It is pretty stiff, actually. Oh, it's just sticking to it. All right, so all we need to do there, bring it back together, and we can cut it in half, and then roll them into long pieces about the length of a ruler, about 30 centimetres, and pop them on. So they go into a moderate oven.
For
Around 20 to 25 minutes or so.
Okay.
Just so they're very lightly golden, because they're going to have another cooking, so they just need to firm up now.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the first part of the baking over, and now that that's cool, we can start to slice it up for the second part of the baking. So we need a nice serrated knife.
Okay, and we're just going to do one of the logs now.
Yep, and just cut it on a diagonal into around about a centimetre thick slice. We've reduced the temperature of the oven down to about 150 in a conventional, or around 130 or so in a fan forced. We can place the biscotti onto the tray and give it approximately 10 minutes each side at that lower temperature, and that will help to dry it out. And then once they're nice and cold, they can, well, they just get ready for a coffee with Justine and Trishy, or they can go into an airtight container.
Exactly. All right, so we've got plenty here to last us for a while.
So we can pop them onto the tray, and because they've already done their spreading, you can kind of pack them on pretty well now. So they can go to the oven, 10 minutes, turn them over, and another 10 minutes to dry them out.
Great.
There we go. Look at those. They look great, don't they?
They do indeed.
You can stack those up.
You can hear, see, that's how crunchy they should be. And all the chocolate's held its shape. You can see the little speckles in there. I'll take that one with the big
I'll be chocky on this end. Ooh,
piece of chocky. And a short black, like I was talking. Little dunk.
Yum.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Biscotti's one of those things, you know, just in the afternoon, if you don't want something too heavy. They're not heavy bickies. They're quite light, and of course you've got that big crunch factor that's going on. Almonds in there, chocolate in there, little coffee. That's a winner.
Beautiful.